There's a reason they called it the Wild West.
George is from our New York office.
What does a pencil pusher know about hunting thieves?
I studied the science of bank robberies.
The science won't help when he's got a gun to your head.
I was just a young man when I first headed west. In the years that followed, I became a cowboy, a gunslinger, and even served as sheriff of Dodge City, one of the most lawless towns in the country. My name is Bat Masterson. Now I'm a reporter, and I've come west again to chronicle the world that I know best, the American West. Allure of gold, land, destiny flooded the frontier with men both good and bad. These are the incredible true tales of the Wild West. I've come to New York City to meet with the Deputy Commissioner of the NYPD. But long before he was helping to run the nation's largest police force, George Doherty was one of Pinkerton's most successful agents.
Have these out by 3.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Masterson, thank you for your patience.
No problem at all.
I had to send someone to Sing Sing.
Well, thank you for seeing me. I would not have pegged you as a pursuer of bank robbers. Maybe a banker yourself.
Well, my parents would have loved that. But as a boy, I was fascinated by the Pinkertons. The men who protected presidents and captured bank robbers. I wanted to do the same.
Now you're riding a desk as commissioner. Do you miss your Pinkerton days?
It was a lot more exciting than shuffling papers. I'll give you that. Truth is, I learned everything I know about detective work from those years.
Well, I'm chasing down a story about the biggest manhunt in agency history. The hunt for Bill Rudolph, also known as the Missouri Kid. Was he really as bad as the papers claimed?
Well, what better source could you have than the boy's own mother? She said he was bad from the day he was born. At 15, he tortured and robbed an elderly couple. Didn't take him long to move on to bigger things.
Fred, don't ruin my fun.
We gotta get out of here!
At the time of the robbery, I was working a desk job in the bank protection unit. But when the bank hired us for help, the boss, William Pinkerton, ordered me out to Union, Missouri. I wasn't a field detective then. I was compiling information about how banks were robbed and the men who robbed them. The thing I sorely lacked was experience.
There was a loud bang. 2 men, according to locals.
So, nighttime robbery, and no one saw where they went. Please don't tell me that the trail has gone cold.
Tracked their horses to the railroad a few miles away, Mr. Pinkerton. Figured they probably hopped a freight train headed south before sun up.
They planned the whole thing around the schedule of the freight. Good man, Charles. I'm glad I put you on this one. Is that new?
Picked this up in Mexico on my last assignment.
Wow. That is gonna look swell in the newspapers when we catch these 2-bit thieves.
I'll get a posse at every town on the line from here to Springfield.
Excuse me. If I may, I believe that will only cost us time and likely prove futile.
Charles George is from our New York office. He was in Chicago on another matter, so I decided to bring him along.
And what does a pencil pusher know about hunting thieves?
I studied the science of bank robberies.
The science of. Mister, the science won't track a bad man for weeks. The science won't help when he's got a gun to your head. That's not what being a Pinkerton's about.
This box transported the nitroglycerin used to blow the safe. Some spilled inside here. See? You can still taste the bitter sweetness of the chemical. The nitro does that. It'll wear off, but that's why I use this. Mr. Pinkerton, I suggest starting with Stanton. The store manager can tell us who last bought nitro. Did I say the wrong thing, Mr. Pinkerton?
No, not at all, George. Charles, George here may be one of our newer agents, but I think he's going to help us get these men. I think the two of you are going to make a great team.
Well, city boy, if you're coming to Stanton with me, best be ready within the hour.
The two of you weren't exactly fast friends.
Being an Easterner, I was an outsider. And to me, he was more cowboy than investigator.
Did you find common ground?
In Stanton, I was impressed with Charles' ability to gain information from people without raising suspicion.
And what did he learn?
Turns out there were two men that had raised suspicion. Bill Rudolph and Fred Lewis. They bought the nitro. Charles checked local property records and discovered that Bill Rudolph's mother, Nancy Jane Armistead, owned a local boarding house outside of Stanton.
Let me help you look the part. Yeah, I've got to admit, city boy, leading us here is some ace-high detective work. But let me do the talking inside. Let's go. Just some grub, ma'am. Had a long, rough day hunting pheasants.
Well, just put your guns in the corner and sit where you please. What'll you gents have?
We're awful hungry, ma'am, since we haven't caught any pheasant today.
2 helpings of beans and bread would be fine.
Where you two fellas from?
Well, friend, I'm from Union.
Just one of your friend here don't sound like he's from Union.
This here's my cousin. Just come down from Chicago to visit.
So you came here all the way to Stanton to hunt pheasant. So you two came all the way up here to Stanton to hunt pheasant.
Just ended up standing at the end of the day. Come up on this place when we were hungry.
How fortunate.
Do you hunt, friend?
All manner of things. Rabbit, pheasant, coyote, bear. See, you got to be patient. You gotta look your prey in the eye. All right, when you got them cornered. you don't hesitate to pull the trigger.
Or you'll lose him.
Or worse. Come after you.
See you around, friend. Eat up.
We got arrest warrants for Bill Rudolph and Fred Lewis. Charles organized some local deputies into a posse.
George, there's a time for thinking and a time for doing. When you go to arrest your man, be confident. You look him dead in the eye and let him know that you're in control, all right?
Got it.
Let's go. Bill Rudolph! Fred Lewis! The Pinkerton and local deputies are outside. We got a warrant for your arrest. This is your final warning. Charles!
Wow! Bill, we gotta get out of here. Bill, what are you doing? Bill, come on! Go! Cease fire! Stop shooting!
Didn't get away. Go. Go.
You, stay with him! You, come with me!
As a former lawman myself, I know what it's like to see a colleague gunned down in the line of duty. What happened to the kid?
Him and Lewis slipped out a back window and disappeared. Each and every Pinkerton made it their mission to bring Bill Rudolph to justice. And for me, it was personal.
How could they have gotten away? George, we need to get moving.
Sir, given the mud on the clothes and the clay tracked on the floor, I believe we'll find more money buried on the property.
All very well and good, but we have to move. You're not going to find anything in there. We are wasting time now. We have to get back to the horses and get out on that trail before it gets cold. That is what Charles would do.
Mr. Pinkerton, I want to find the men that killed Charles just as much as you do. But we need to know where to look. We found them once by following the evidence, sir. And we'll find them again. In Hartford, I believe.
Connecticut.
Sounds like William Pinkerton wasn't used to your methodology. But it was working.
He was learning to appreciate the modern techniques. But I had something to learn about traditional police work, too. Well, I determined George Collins, the name on the slip of paper, was an alias for the kid's partner, Fred Lewis. He had connections to Hartford.
We did it, Fred. Come on, man. Put your drink up. Coming from a small mining town with less prospects than a stray dog, look at us now.
Bill, sometimes I feel like the walls are closing in on us.
You need to relax, right? No one knows us here.
I'm Rooster. I'm gonna step outside and get a breath of fresh air.
Hey, you do that. And hurry up and get back.
Howdy.
Is that him?
That's one of them.
What? Go, go, go.
I'm going in alone.
What?
If we all march in at once, we'll spook him. We don't want to get into a shootout with the kid. A lot of innocent people could get hurt. I'll go in with my hat pulled low. So if he's in there, he won't recognize me. If I spot him, we'll come back out. We'll wait for him like we did with Fred Lewis.
All right. Good. Very well.
Can I take your hat, sir?
No. Thank you. I'm gonna get you another drink.
This isn't gonna end like Stanton. Officers and agents are surrounding the building.
What can I say? Got me.
Go, 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 go!
You never came back out. You wanted to take him down yourself.
Maybe so, sir.
I spent all that time and money tracking down every possible lead. You knew the kid was here the entire time.
I'm innocent. You ain't got no proof.
And how'd you get this? He's a real trauma.
Charles loved this gun. I think he would have liked to have seen it in the hands of a true Pinkerton.
In May of 1904, William Rudolph, AKA the Missouri Kid, was hanged for the murder of Charles Schumacher. When George Doherty became deputy commissioner of the NYPD, he ushered in new scientific investigative methods, including fingerprinting. So for the Missouri Kid, crime and punishment came full circle.
Inevitably.
Must have brought you some satisfaction after what he did to Charles.
When a fellow officer dies in the line of duty, the pain dulls, but never goes away.
I like to think you brought something new to police procedure.
I believed it could be improved, but sometimes the old ways are best. The lessons I learned from Charles saved my life.
Thanks again, George.
Of course.